everybody. It's Sammy Ayo again with SAA Services, B&S Farms, and what I'm fixing to show you all today is I have feeder in this box right here. I have fed them twice. The guy I bought the bees from said that I only really need to feed them once. It's a 1 gallon, 2 frame feeder. And what that means is the feeder takes up the space of 2 frames in this box, in this nuke, in this hive. So what I'm going to do is, so tomorrow I'm buying a package, 3 more packages of bees, and I have 3 more hives set up down there. I'm going to buy 3 more packages of bees tomorrow from the same guy, and I'm going to take the feeders out of this one, since I've already fed these bees twice like he told me to. He told me I only had to feed them once. I fed them twice. So I'm going to take the frame feeder out of this hive and replace that feeder with 2 frames, because it takes up 2 frames worth with, and I'm going to replace that with 2 frames, and I'm going to take the feeder and clean it up tonight, get it ready so that tomorrow, whenever I get the other 3 packages of bees, I can put the feeder in this hive and feed these. Again, he said I only need to feed them once. I'm going to feed them twice, just for assurance, and I'm going to see how this goes. So I'm going to pause the video for a minute, and I'll show you what we're going to do. So what I noticed a few moments ago while I had the video paused and I was putting on my protective gear, I noticed there's bees going into this hive. There's nothing, I have nothing in this hive. I have nothing set up in this hive. What it appears to me is that bees are making a home for themselves in there. Now, I don't know if they're coming from this hive. I hope not. That's not the ideal situation. You don't want the bees going from hive to hive, but for whatever reason, they're moving into this hive. Now, I've been trying to trap bees for a while, and what you do is you set up a hive and you put either lemongrass oil, or you can buy a commercial bee attractant, bee lure from your major bee supply manufacturers, and put it in a hive like this, and they will come in there. I haven't done anything with this. All I did was set this up yesterday to put a brand new pack in there, a package of bees I'm buying tomorrow. So I set this up yesterday, but I noticed there's bees going in there. I may be accidentally trapping bees. So what I'm going to do is, instead of sticking with my original plan, what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to take this top box off, this top nuke, and set it down here, and I'm going to use this tomorrow to put my package in, and I'm going to see if I can't trap a swarm of bees here. Now, these bees, I don't want these bees going over here, because if they go over here, then the queen's got to go over here, and they're pretty much starting over. I don't want that. But if these bees will come in here, they will make their own queen. So I'm going to just take this top box off, and then I'm going to remove the feeder out of here. I'm going to put it in this right here for tomorrow, for when I get my new packages. And when I go to feed these bees, I'm going to show you that too. But this video was to show you me removing the 2 frame feeder out of here and replacing it with actual frames. But my plans kind of got changed when I saw the bees going in here. So I'm just going to remove this top box, put the lid right back on it, and then get ready to put my package in here tomorrow instead of in here. So y'all just watch what I'm fixing to do here. Earlier today, I did a couple of videos earlier today. First one was sort of intentional. Well, both videos were intentional, but the second one, if y'all saw it earlier, when I posted earlier today, that I got tore up by some bees, but I haven't had any problems here at my house. So I'm going to dress out like I always have here. I end up having to go get a full, I do have a full bee suit that, you know, is designed for protecting you from bees, but I haven't had any problem with these bees here. So I'm just going to dress out like I normally do here, and show y'all what is my plan here. Hopefully everything will go accordingly. This morning it didn't go accordingly, but it had good content, and I posted it, and several people have already said that they enjoyed the video. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take this box here, this hive box, and I'm going to set it right here. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid right back on here real quick, because I got bees coming in and out of here, and I want them to continue feeling comfortable and see if they won't start their own hive here. It's a good possibility they will start their own hive here. It's a good possibility that these bees will go in here and start a hive, make their own queen, and I'll have another hive I hadn't even planned on. And I plan on having a bunch of them. So now, back to the original plan. So what I want to do here now is I want to take the lid off of here, and I want to remove the feeder out of here and show you the feeder. That was the whole point of this video. When I put my new packages in this hive, and I'm going to do a video of that, and then I'm going to show you what the feeder looks like going in. And then when I feed them, I won't feed them till the day after tomorrow probably, because the guy I'm buying the packages from recommends waiting, or actually a mentor of mine recommends waiting a day to actually feed them, because the bees are all stirred up and they go crazy and they wind up in the feed and they end up dying. You're gonna see in a minute, a lot of these bees will drown themselves. But let me go ahead and remove this lid. This hive here, and they're working in here. They're working in here pretty good. I can feel what they're already trying to build a foundation off this lid. You see all these bees right here? You see all this? This is called foundation. That's wax. That's wax that they're building on there. These bees. This was a swarm that a buddy of mine caught and was going to give to me, but he's done so much for me. I purchased it from him. But I'm going to knock these off of here. I'm going to scrape off this foundation. I'm just going to put it right there for now. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull this feeder out. This was the point of the video right here. And you see, I got a bunch of dead bees down in these feeders. These feeders were recommended to me, but I really don't care for them that much. I'll explain why in just a minute. And I still got a lot of feed left in here, but I need the feeder. So I'm going to pull it out of here. I need it for my new packages that's coming. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this out of here. And I have a lot of feed left in here, but if I pour it on the ground, they will probably go ahead and eat it anyway. And that's exactly what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to pour it on the ground right in front of their hive. And if they want it, they can go get it. That's some expensive feed I'm throwing away there, that sugar water. And I had some stuff a lady gave me called Pro Health in there also. Now this was the point of the video right here. I wanted to show you this feeder. It's called a 2-frame feeder. In other words, you drop it in there, it replaces 2 frames. You fill this thing with water down in here. It holds a gallon. You fill it with water down here, and it's called a ramp or whatever. And these bees will climb down in here, drink, and climb back up. The problem I don't like with it is, first of all, is using up 2 of your frames. And let me get where y'all can see me in my face also. I'm showing, I'm sorry for the interruption, but anyway, the problem what I don't like about it is, first of all, it takes up 2 of your frames where the bees can be building foundation. And second of all, the way this thing works, like I said, they climb down in here. It's like a funnel. And let me get in here a little closer. It's like a funnel. It's a screen that lets the water come out, and it's like a funnel, and the bees climb down in there, eat, and climb back out. The problem is a lot of bees drown in here. They drown themselves in this food. I don't know if it's because they don't know to get out of it, or if because other bees are forcing them into it. But nevertheless, they're drowning in it. And I don't particularly care for it. Let me close this thing up real quick, and I will explain further. Let me get, again, that thing replaces 2 frames, so I will drop 2 frames down in there. Now, let me cover it up. Got my lid back on. Now, so they make another feeder that I actually prefer a lot more, and the way it works is you take a mason jar, you cut a hole in the top of this right here. I forget what the size it is. My buddy who's been helping me with this, he told me what size to cut. You cut it, you take a mason jar, you fill it with sugar water, you punch 2 little holes in the top of the lid, then you cut a hole in the lid of your hive here, just big enough to where you turn the jar upside down and you set it on there. The lid will slide down inside that hole, but it won't go through the hole, and it slowly drips sugar water out of there. Well, because it causes a vacuum, my first instinct was, well, it's going to pour sugar water everywhere, but no. If you turn something upside down, like in your kitchen sink, if you fill a jar full of water, you turn it upside down, you'll notice gloop, gloop, and then it'll empty. Well, the same thing with this. It don't just pour out of there. It only releases sugar water as the bees drink it. So, in the future, I'm going to look into that and probably go in that direction, because I'm not particularly crazy about this. I'm going to use them in the meantime. This is what I've got. I'm going to reset up this hive right here, because I think we are actually catching bees over here, and they're going to start our own hive. We're going to find out. It won't do any harm for me to go ahead and set up a hive here for my packages tomorrow, and we're going to go from there. So as usual, I hope you enjoy my video. If you do, please, by all means, subscribe, like, and share, and y'all help me out.